the man right here himself.
Game day.
You gonna finish?
It's game day.
I just wanted to say that because I want to see what you follow up with.
Hey, and this Mr. Hit 'em up. We got Big Worms of Perm. We got Big A, Big Walton Gamble.
Big A.
What up?
Man, today is Football Friday. We finally here to the LE versus PG.
Yep.
There's no more discussion. It will be decided tonight.
Yes, it will.
Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see some of these predictions at the end of the show. We all know what Walt's gonna be. So do we really want to hear Walt's?
I don't
Walt's.
know.
Just let Walt go. Just let Walt go first on everything.
Yeah, we got
Right.
let Walt go
I'll go ahead and tell you,
first.
I
You got a
succeeded
quarter.
last week.
Quarter. I'm gonna need one.
Hey, so
Hold on. I knew.
Give me some.
That's something.
Derek Hooper in the house. Saw Mr. Looney's watching. Mr. Looney's son's gonna be a professional something. Kale.
Okay.
Yeah.
He liked that.
He like to work.
Yep.
I call Kale his retirement project.
he very well could be the reason why his dad retired early. He very well could be that. At least that's what we hope. Anyway, we're going to give some of these high school football stats, and for the people that's in the surrounding area, you guys would not be on this list as of today. You guys will come out, I think, today.
What you say? It won't be there today. They come out today.
They won't be on this list that we finna talk about.
Oh, okay.
But they will be on there probably like later on today.
Okay.
But I got the list. I can give them to y'all.
Okay. So just be patient.
I tried. I went out and spent the money to make these artworks look better because y'all last time. Oh, I can't read it. Let me get.
But you know, it was kind of blurry though. But,
let me get my goggles.
and I had my glasses on. I'm about to take them back.
It was a little blurry.
Y'all just old.
Well.
Do you not know how to work this? I feel like I'm getting anxious because it's
Right.
taking you so long.
Right.
Yeah, I got it now. Here we go.
He should just went through his text messages.
Here we go. Now, by it being PGLE week, I think this is the only game. Not that no other game in Texarkana matters. The Texas High game matters. Arkansas High game matters. But I think, as far as amongst the mass of the community,
Rival week.
I think this is the game that's on everybody's brain this morning.
Keep in
all
mind,
week.
Texas High is not going to be streamed tonight. Mac is not a fan of Game Day.
Donnie will go live on his phone.
Probably not, because I'll be watching the game. Because I will be watching the game. I'm not going to miss it. So I got to watch it. So that's one thing I'm glad that Game Day came around, because you can be at a game and keep up with another game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't got to keep going to one of those apps and keep getting the score. And sometimes they be incorrect. You can actually watch it live yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you don't miss anything. You ain't got to take nobody's word for it. So, that way. Before we get to all these discussion, I guess the high school football, we're going to give out some of these high school football stats. Again, people, this is just for Texarkana right now. You guys, you other guys and girls will get y'all's later on today.
You just want to do the area? Is that what you want to do?
No.
I think you should go top 5, man.
Top 5 and what?
I just be honest, Morgan. I think you should go top 5.
Well, these mamas out here.
Top 5 in area?
No,
I mean, top 5 on the list. Period.
my baby would be number
Top
6.
5.
Why ain't number 6 on there? When we got top 6, it'll be my baby would have been number 7. Why ain't his name on there?
Well, I mean, maybe we should just discuss the top 5
Maybe y'all should do that.
because it takes 30 minutes to get through this list.
Let me tell you
It
how this
does.
works. I get the stats. I give the stats to my stats guy, and I say, don't talk to me about stats until you have this list together.
Yeah.
Let me look at them and approve it, and that's it.
Hey, Corey, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the top 5.
Yeah, and they can see the rest of the round.
Yeah, the 1 through 10 is posted. So therefore, all you got to do is go to Game Day, and they have it posted on the web.
Like
on
and
the site.
share it. Like and share it. Be a good steward
Yep.
of the Game Day.
So we're going to do the
Let's
top
do it.
5 defensive leaderboard. So here we got the tackles. So that at number 1, we got the sophomore, Isaiah Dowden of Texas High Tigers. All that kid do is tackle.
Yeah, no, he's all over the field.
Yes, he's all over the field. He had 72 Now, this is, to me, I'm kind of impressed by this. Number 2. When you have Victor Shaw of Pleasant Grove sits at number 2 with 63. For somebody that had to be in the trenches and more than likely has 2 sets of hands on him, and he still has 63 tackles, he's very active on the football field.
Yeah.
And if they're not, a lot of them not tackled for losses, he's running somebody down.
Yeah. So I think that's a pretty good stat as far as interior lineman to be sitting at 63 tackles.
Yep.
Okay, and at number 3, you got a W.T. Jones of Liberty Isle Leopard.
He is a ball hog, too.
Well, actually, he's tied for second because he had 63 tackles also.
And he's doing it from the linebacker position?
Yeah, it's a linebacker position. And, of course, the next person is doing it from the linebacker position also. He's from PG, Corbin Franklin.
Corbin's had a good year.
Yeah.
So he has 60. So we have another guy that's going to round out the top 5. Cameron Hadaway of Liberty Isle, the 2-time defensive MVP.
He's been balling.
Yeah.
He had 60 also. So if you look at it, I'm just going to try to throw a little angle at the game.
Yeah.
You have 2 guys from each squad that's in the top 5 in tackles.
Right.
So keep an eye on those 4 guys.
Yep.
It's going to be exciting, man.
Okay, so we have the sack leaderboard, and this is week 8. You have Jeremiah Jones from Arkansas High. He sits at number 1
Shout out.
with 5 sacks. Okay, and you have 2 that has 4. You have Ian Cright of Texas High with 4, and you have Jabin Arbery of Liberty Isle with 4. And at number 5, you have Jamon Wheeler of PG with 3.5, and you have another Tiger, Kenneth Merriman, sits at 3, and that rounds out the top 5.
So, you got
Hold on. You have 2 more that has 3. You have Cortland Crabtree of Liberty Isle, and you have Peyton Page of Liberty Isle.
So there you got a lot of LNPG again.
Yep.
Yes.
You know, and I was thinking yesterday, somebody said it, but I was thinking the Wheeler kid this could be a good game for him.
Well, actually, no. You
the show.
You have 1 PG and you have 3 LE.
3 LE.
Yeah.
I was looking at that one yesterday. 2 years ago, we had 3 guys with 12-plus sacks.
Easy.
Yeah. And you go back a year after that, and it was even crazier. Like Landon had like 18 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Somebody have 20?
Landon had 18. I think he stopped playing mid-district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got injured.
Mm-hmm. And Clovis Clayton, he had a mass of them also.
Yeah.
Was it 20?
Mm-hmm. Close to it.
Yeah, he was getting double-teamed every play, too.
Yes. I remember when they played Frisco Independence at Texas High, when they shifted the whole entire line just to block him.
That's crazy.
That was crazy. They shifted the whole tire, whatever side he was on, which would be the left side. Well, it was offensive line left side. They shifted the guard, tackle, and tight end just to keep him from getting to the backfield. When you demand that much attention, that's saying you know what type of player you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gave Derrick Brown a lot of good film at a young age, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Like when you playing with somebody such as that wants that attention.
What's up, Mr. Gilmer?
That does free you up.
Tyson Jimerson's on.
Game day. He got off work early.
Mr. Buckeye. He's Game Day Gilmer.
Game day Gilmer. Tell him to get some stuff going. It could happen.
They call him Mr. Buckeye down there.
Okay, so the tackles for loss, top 5. Since at number 1, you got Ian Cright. I think every kid needs to watch that kid. I don't care what position you play. Because
he goes hard every play.
Every play.
Yeah.
No take a he doesn't take plays. The only take plays he takes off, he's on the sideline getting some water. But other than that kid is coming and coming.
So I went yesterday, and we dropped off some MVP trophies. He had an MVP trophy, and then we have our pictures and all that we drop off. He's really unproportional looking. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
You big up top?
Yeah, like his arms are huge.
Yeah, he treats good arms.
Like, you work him out?
Nah.
Dude,
I think
He's
he
long.
just just
Built
straight out
like
genetics.
broad
Yeah.
shoulders.
Yes.
I mean, just ripped up. Like,
And his wingspan is crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was, man,
Yeah.
the first baseman when he was growing up playing the baseball.
Okay. Well, actually, he's tied for first. His fellow partner, his fellow teammate, Kenneth Merriman, has 11 tackles for loss. And so at number 3, you got Jeremiah Jones at number 3 of Arkansas High. He has 7.5. And we have 3 guys that's tied for. They ran the top 5, but they got the same total of. They got 7 tackles for loss, and they all from Liberty Islo. You have Cameron Hadaway, Cortland Crabtree, and Peyton Page.
Man, I'm excited for this game tonight. It's
It's
gonna be
gonna
so
be a
crowded.
good game, man.
I like great atmospheres.
Me too.
Okay, so to round out the top 5 in interceptions,
You know who you sound like? You know that dude, the dry red eyes guy? Like, this is the most monotone.
The monotone.
Like, hey man, like what's like we got the interceptions list. Tavarius Neal with 2 interceptions lead the way. Xavier Johnson with 2 interceptions. Yeah, man, come on, man.
Donnie got that lull you to sleep voice.
Sitting at number 1. Well, really, we got 5 people on here. Let's go, Tavarius Neal.
hey,
Mr. Dade County. Xavier Johnson. You know he from PG. You know how they do. And then Tiger Nation, CJ Brown. THA got another 2. That man Shatez Wilkinson.
Teach him how to do it, boy.
2 interceptions.
Teach him how to do
He
it.
a tiger. Protect the kingdom. And then you got Superman. Kari Johnson.
Yeah.
He got 2 interceptions. He really should be 1, but you know how they do.
Right.
I
They
can do
missed some
that.
stats, huh?
I can do that.
He can't do that.
I can do that with ease.
He might start saying some other stuff.
I was wondering if you were gonna hit him with that Superman.
Hey, I do gotta monitor myself, so y'all, yeah.
So yeah, the tones already came down.
I do gotta monitor myself because I can get to a point where I get overhyped and there's no telling what I may say.
Yeah, we've heard it.
Yeah, so I have to monitor
All
myself.
right, let's hear you turn up for total yards.
Total yards. Okay, that's total yards. So total yards, we got Liberty Islo's J.J. Hampton.
Shout out!
He's had 1,070 yards.
Oh man.
Followed by David J. Potter of Texas Tigers.
David J.
Mr. Potter.
He got 10-18. We got Nate Walls of Arkansas High Razorbacks with 1,008.
Hoggin.
Woo, pick Suey.
You got Superman and Kari Jones from Pleasant Grove.
Kari who?
Superman.
He
Jones.
said Kari Jones.
Johnson.
Mike Jones?
Who?
Give me Mike Jones' phone number
Mike
right now
Jones.
for $5. $5, let's go.
2 and something, I don't know.
Ah!
87.
No, it's 281-330-8004. Get Mike Jones' phone number. Mike Jones about to blow.
Hey, he got 892. Then round the top 5, you got Spencer Dan.
Dan.
Danner with 844.
Dan. They should get him a shirt that says Dan.
I know this water under the bridge though, man. But I would love to see what that number looked like right now if he was still playing.
He must be talking about Cody.
Cody Reeves?
Reeves.
Oh, it'd be
Yes.
2+.
Yeah.
At least.
He'd have a chance to break the record this year.
Yep.
No doubt. Now, the passing yards, now I'm surprised. Like, JJ must have been doing pretty good. JJ sits on top of the leaderboard.
Yeah. 3-year starter. He's always been the top.
I'm telling y'all, Liberty Islo can pass the ball. I don't know where this thing's happened, where all these people, not all y'all in here, but in general, Texarkana thinks Liberty Islo cannot pass
He
the ball.
threw a good ball. I saw a video. He threw a good ball last week. A very good ball.
I'm privy to the team stats. Liberty Islo is throwing the rock.
Yeah.
Way more than they're running it.
Mr. Gray, what you know about Mike Jones?
Who?
Mr.
What did
Gray.
he say? Mr. Gray know everything.
Yeah, he getting that Mike Jones line. What do you know about Mike Jones?
Back then, they didn't vote.
He said that first.
So for my 40th, I'm
At first they didn't want
I'm either getting Juvenile to come to my 40th birthday or Mike Jones. One of the two's happening.
You might have had to find one of them.
I'm leaning towards Juvenile, but that'd be crummy. Y'all ain't invited. Walt's going to be my doorman, though.
I got you.
But anyway, so we're going to do the passing yards again. J.J. Hampton's Velardo Leopard sits at 1064. He's at top.
1064. 1,064 yards.
But at number 2, you got David J. Potter. That's David Potter's son. You know what? For the longest, I thought that dude's name, they were saying David J., but I thought they were saying Baby J.
David.
Not Baby J.
Yeah, I was calling him Baby J. And me and Caden McFadden, we was together. And I had said Baby J. He said, who's Baby J? I said, Potter. He said, but why do you call him Baby J? I said, that ain't his name? He said, no, it's David.
David J.
Man.
I called that dude Baby J for like 5 years.
He ain't never, you said it to him?
Yeah.
He ain't never
To
corrected
his daddy, all of them like Baby J. That's what I thought they were saying, Baby J. But anyway.
He won MVP this week.
He did.
Yeah.
Evidently, I will say I didn't, but everybody's going to blame it on me anyway. But our dude who does it put David Potter. Evidently, that's not what you should call him.
You should call him David J.
David J.
David J. Potter.
If he ever wins another one, I'm not even going to put Potter. I'm just going to put David J. and let
Put
them complain
David J.
about not putting Potter on there.
Put David J. Potter.
I do petty stuff when y'all complain. Sometimes when y'all complain, I'll do some petty stuff on the back
I've
end.
never heard his daddy say nothing but David J.
Or Baby J. Anyway, Baby J got 1,006 yards. At number 3, the injured man, Cody Reese, 808. I think that's still impressive. Here we are at week, 9? 9. He still sits at top.
David J. will break the record his senior year. He'll throw for more than Henry did.
Man, that's going. Oh, Henry. Okay, yeah. I thought you meant Mallet.
No. No.
Okay, number 4, we got Nate Walls, Arkansas High Razorbacks.
Prevo's watching. Prevo.
We got the sensation, freshman sensation watching.
So if Akari's Superman, what's Prevo?
He like Black Panther.
What's T?
Do it again. Do it one time.
That man said Wakanda forever.
Hey, you came out.
That's my son's favorite movie. I swear I've watched that thing 50 times.
Wakanda forever.
You came up with that one quick, boy.
Who was T-Ball?
Huh?
Who was T-Ball then?
So now y'all got me. I don't know.
I
don't know.
The X Factor.
Somebody's got to be Batman in town.
We'll give the Javante Johnson kid the Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah.
Javari?
Javari. I don't know the dude's name. Javari, Javante.
Say the Johnson kid. Don't be out here saying Javante.
I mean, you say Johnson, you could be talking about a bunch of kids.
Name's Javarius. That's his name, Javarius.
Javarius.
Yeah.
Oh, correct him.
Somebody correct Coach. My thing says Javari.
So they call him Javari. That's what they call him Vari. They just shorten it. Yeah.
It's Javarius Johnson.
So at number 5, you have the Superman, Akari Johnson of Pleasant Grove with 534. That rounds up the top 5.
Speed this up, dog. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, we
trying
got
to get
we got 5 minutes. We got to roll.
Hey, well, some of y'all give me a break. Corey, go ahead.
Here, go and give it to me. I
Get
got
more.
it.
Go ahead.
I can do it.
Which one we on now?
We should be at receiving.
Rushing yards.
Receiving TDs?
Now we got to skip some of that.
Rushing yards.
Some of that don't matter.
Rushing yards.
Yes, rushing yards.
Golly, dude. I thought we already talked about this. All right, man. Spencer Danner with 820 yards,
Dan.
leading at number 1, followed by Cortland Loudermill, 599.
Come on, Donnie. Come on, Donnie.
Third leading rusher in the state of Arkansas. Javari Johnson at number 3 with 570. Right behind him, the Black Panther, Tredarian Ball with 426. Greg London from the ILO, 402. And we said we weren't going to do after top 5.
And read the rest and round it out.
No, I ain't going to do it. Receiving yards, 605, led by T.J. Gray. Xavier Dangerfield, another Texas High Tiger, 554. And in third, another Texas High Tiger, Brandon Hall, 433 yards.
All year long.
We got Donnie Kelly's homeboy, Dequan Prevo, 398 yards, followed by Telly Wells with 226 yards from Liberty Island.
Couple of elite receivers.
Then we got receiving TDs, led by Prevo, 8 TDs on the year. TJ Gray was 6, just had a 2-touchdown game last game. Xavier Dangerfield was 6, has had a touchdown in every game played this year. Brandon Hall with 5, Telly Wells with 3. Passing touchdowns, 14 by David Potter, 12 by J.J. Hampton, Drop off to 7 at Arkansas by Nate Wall. Your boy Akari Johnson with 6. Cody Reese with 6 touchdowns on the season.
And hadn't played since week 3.
Rushing touchdown. Spencer Danner, the leading rusher, is tied for the lead with 8 touchdowns, followed by Javari Johnson with 8. Tredarian Ball 7. Courtney Loudermill at 6. Greg London at 5. Tied with Caden McFadden. And that is a quick summary
Yes.
of the leaderboard.
Brought to you by Mr. Gameday himself and Donnie Kelly.
Again, so the people who, before you start complaining,
Look, we had to get through it.
their area sports will be out later today.
Yeah. Which most of y'all be in the lead anyway, but
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth? Okay, man, now it's time to get into some of the high school football. Some of this high school football. Let's see where we at with it. Let's see where we at. Let me click on.
Morgan, you picking today?
No, man, I really don't pick. But I'll tell you what I think has to happen
For somebody to win, each team to win.
for somebody to win.
Yeah, we don't want you in the mix of that picking.
You want me to give top 3 in these categories for the area?
Top 3 what games?
No.
Kids.
In these categories?
Yeah, that's cool.
What
All
Donnie
right.
everything.
Area defense. We ain't going to do that. Let me take that back. Tackles for loss. James Bowie, Clayton Hadley, 22 tackles for loss, followed by an Atlanta Rabbit, Russell Limbrick, 15 tackles for loss. And then Caden Pipes out of Redwater with 14. Let's go to sacks. You got Jeremiah Jones with 5 sacks out of Arkansas High. Ian Cright with 4. Liberty Ilo, Jabron Aubrey with 4. Interceptions. A kid from Atlanta, Dim Limbrick, 4 interceptions. Marquez Jones out of Redwater, 3 interceptions. And Tavarius Neal with 2. There's a bunch of kids with 2 interceptions. Receiving touchdowns, Prevo with 8. Redwater's Marquez Jones with 6. Host of Tigers with 6 as well. Rushing touchdown, Hooks, Keyshawn Walls, 13 touchdowns. James Bowie's Lane Johnson with 10, followed by Spencer Browner with 8. Javari Johnson follows him. Passing touchdowns, Mod Cardinals, 15 by Devin Myrtle, followed by Texas High's David Potter with 14, and Hooks Trip Basinger with 12. Total yards, Mod Cardinals, Devin Myrtle, 1,451 total yards, followed by Trip Basinger with 1,395, followed by J.J. Hampton. Receiving yards, you got T.J. Gray, 605, Xavier Dangerfield, 554, followed by Redwater's Marquez Jones, the sophomore, with 541.
It's a bunch of sophomores you've been talking about right now.
Rushing yards, this is where it gets crazy. Hooks, Keyshawn Walls, 944 rushing yards. Followed by Spencer Danner, and then Maud, my cousin, you worked him out.
Yeah, I know,
Kason
man.
Levitt, 740. I didn't even see this.
He's a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a freshman, one of the 2. Passing yards, Maud Dude's thrown for 1,089. The Basinger guy's thrown for 1,026. JJ 1,045.
He's a sophomore. Basinger's a sophomore.
Yeah, Hook's going to blow some
Boogie-
lights out of these scoreboards here in the next few years.
I mean, like the Keyshawn,
He's a senior, but his little brother can go.
no, the running back.
Yeah,
What's his last name?
Walls.
Well, okay, well he'll eclipse 1,000
Yeah,
tonight.
They didn't play last week, but he got a little brother that's coming too.
Oh yeah, the 8th grader.
They say he's pretty good.
No, he is pretty good, but he'll get 1,000. He'll be the first to 1,000 as far as his area.
Yep.
Was depending on how the game go, Dan very well could get it tonight.
Yeah.
It depends
Well,
on how CNG Liberal defense gonna be. We'll give out some of these matchups. You have Arkansas High is at home against Hot Springs. Hot Springs sits at 5-2. A High record is 2-5.
A High has 3 wins.
Okay, this should be a good game.
Do they?
Yeah, 3 wins.
Are they 3 and 5?
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So like,
Man, Max Preps is trash.
yeah. Okay, so you have Ashdown facing Arkadelphia, undefeated Arkadelphia. We're just sitting at 6-0, and Ashdown just got beat by Nashville last Friday.
It's tough.
Yeah.
were they 4-2?
Well, again, this is I don't know how correct this
Let me
is.
tell you, I do not fool Max Preps.
So I'm not gonna give out the record because hey, Darius gave me one that was wrong.
Max Preps is like that app you talk about. Like, people go in and submit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
Okay, so Hope travels down to Camden Fairview. This Camden Fairview's, well, them according to whoever doing this, their record is pretty good.
You know, I don't know how the things work with. I don't really know how it works on Arkansas with the playoff thing, and there being a certain amount of teams in the region. It's the state. Arkansas High can make the playoffs.
Yes,
And
we
to be
discussed that
honest,
like 2 weeks ago.
They probably are going to make the playoffs. And if you sit back to what a lot of people were thinking in August, we're going to start all sophomores, probably not going to win a game. Look where they're at now.
They're ahead.
Yeah,
They've exceeded.
When these kids are seniors,
They'll be good.
I've said that already.
bring back the rivalry.
I've said that already. That's not gonna happen.
I don't want that. Ain't what
That's not gonna happen. But
No, I think it will. At some point it's going to.
that don't need to happen in 2 years.
Well, I mean, they're going to be seniors.
That don't need to
True.
happen in 2 years.
The program's going good. You have kids playing in middle school. You have for the first time in a long time, you have JV games being played.
Yes, in a very
I'm
long time.
telling y'all.
They haven't had a JV game in so many years.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it was like if you came in as a freshman. Let me rephrase. Y'all can go out and say I'm hating because I'm not. I'm just telling the truth. For years, under the last regime, if you say you came in as a freshman, you had no chance to play football until you were on varsity. There was no you were just there practicing. There were no games. You weren't going to play.
Right.
They weren't going to play games, and they were in turn like I would take my kid and move.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it just makes sense. So now they're getting to play, so they're going to get better. You know what I mean? It's just they have a program now. Let's say it. So it's not just a varsity schedule that you cancel every.
So
other
do you
game.
bring the game back because of that though?
You
I mean, they're going to be better. Is my point.
Yeah.
I still don't know if.
But
they
you
should-
wanted to continue, and I mean, you can't bring it back for the basis on this young group being good when they're seniors and not
Well,
continue
I
the
think,
rivalry.
I think by then they're going to have groups.
Right.
Like
I mean, I don't know how far as
they're going to have kids constantly playing.
talent-wise comparable, how much it's going to close the gap. But there'll be to a point where there'll be a whole lot more competitive just because you're not having JV for all those years, the kid's not developing.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about just the talent level. I'm just talking about the consistency of having kids come out and play football. I mean, you got to give it 2 years to see if that's going to happen.
They
too.
can actually play. I mean, you're going to play if you can play.
I mean, if they coming
what I
out
mean?
to playing football, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Not just can they play if they're there, but are kids coming out still and playing football?
And in all fairness, they really probably shouldn't even be playing Texas High. They're a much smaller school.
Yeah.
Yes, but Liberalo and PG is a whole lot much smaller school than them also.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, if Arkansas High can play those schools and they bigger than those schools, why not play a school that's bigger than you?
So I bet you, I would like to know over the last 20 years, what's the win-loss record on that game? I would like to know. Somebody on here look that up. Tell me
Between Texas High and
between
Arkansas
Texas
High?
High and Arkansas High, what's the win-loss record? I would like to know because that would be a telling sign for me.
Past how many years?
Let's say last 10 times they played.
Probably Texas High.
Probably more so Texas Highway.
They probably only Arkansas High probably only
You
won
think
it
so?
once.
I mean, but look at yes,
They were probably when they had DJ.
Yeah.
Probably when they had DJ,
they went
won.
1-1.
They went one.
They went 1-1 the last 2 times they played.
No, not against DJ when DJ was there.
Oh, that's 1-1.
So that may be the only win. I mean, that
No,
tells, that
they
tells
won.
you a
They
lot.
won one here a couple years.
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
What
when
about
they were playing
what,
it
what
still.
about Liberty Island when the last 10 times they played Texas High? Since we're talking about smaller schools, that would be another one. Like, there's a reason these schools are big. I mean, it's not like just because you're bigger you have better players. You just
No,
have,
it's not always.
True.
It's
That's
not
always
always.
the case.
you
not always.
just have more of them.
Yeah,
Right.
it's more
You
of
know?
them. I mean, but look at the past 10 years with the LE and PG game. Since 17, it's been one-sided. PG.
Liberty Island could very well be a 3A school in the next rotation, and if that
I
happens,
don't think so. I think
I
that
mean,
way off.
I agree, but that's what they said. But if that happens,
That's gonna be trouble.
it's going to be Titletown over there on the
Yeah,
island.
it sure
It
is. They won't let them stay there no more than 2 years.
But like
No.
this, just off this article alone, in 2014 when Arkansas High beat Texas High, that was the first time they beat them in 14 years.
Yeah,
13 years.
yeah, I mean,
But just the magnitude, the makeup of the game, it's good.
it's good for the kids.
Yeah.
I
Does
get
it still have that pageantry to like? Does
Yeah.
it still have that flair like that?
I just think there needs to be. I remember the first
It
time.
don't have what it used to have when I was growing up.
I believe it did.
I remember the first time we did it as game day. I mean, we had people watching from like 4 different continents.
No, I believe it do. Like I mean, that game, the magnitude of that game is such high. It's higher than the LEPG matchup.
It was.
Well, I mean, they just have you have to have some sort of gentleman's agreement, and don't think this doesn't exist. There's a gentleman's agreement on a
Yeah,
football
there is.
field.
Yeah.
Like there needs to be something. Hey, like if I score 14, don't score more than 49.
Yeah.
If I don't score more than 35. You know what I mean? Like something like that. There needs to be something that I'm telling you. That happens every week. Do not think that doesn't happen.
I know.
No, that does happen.
Why
I know for a fact it does.
Why you show up then?
Well, because your school administration tells you have to play this game.
Well, we beat you how we beat you. The
No,
clock.
that's
I'll put my backup in, but if my backup keeps scoring on rushing, I can't control all of that.
So
What you mean do run out of
Jerry
bounds?
would never, and I quote, not quote. You quote me, fuck it. Jerry would never score 70 points on a team
Well, I get
unless
that.
that team has scored
but-
40.
Yeah, but I mean, so you let the clock run out. Let the running clock.
Well, we won't run the clock in Texas, but he would start running the ball right up
Okay,
the middle.
but-
He would run low percentage plays to score.
No, I've been on the sideline when I seen the coach say call that touchdown back until because we had scored like the 50th point. Coach said call it back. It was a 60-yard run, and I sat right beside him when he said it.
But the agreements that do happen when you know your team's not talented, the team you're playing, they have agreement for the game start. Hey, if you get this score, hey, will you keep the clock going?
Yeah, because how you gonna tell the kids that?
And Texas don't have an emergency rule.
Yeah, how you gonna tell the kids that? Hey, y'all got to run out of bounds.
But
Y'all got to fall down and get tackled.
No, it runs regardless. Like I don't.
Yeah, I
actually
mean,
seen
yeah,
that.
we've been to the PG Nashville game and did
Yeah.
that, but in Texas they don't do that.
No, I have seen that in Texas.
It keeps running.
Yeah, because they agreed on it. I seen them on out several times to where they agreed to keep the clock going because the score is already one-sided.
Y'all think that's right?
I think in modern sports, with nothing against these kids, it's just the way participation trophies and all that. Mm-hmm. And I think
So it's not right. So you don't think it's right?
I don't.
Okay.
But we didn't
So
grow
here's
up.
some-
We didn't grow up doing that. If you got beat, you just
You
took
got
it.
beat. You got
just
to.
took
I
it.
mean, because we've been seeing 70-0 in Texas for the past few years. We've been seeing teams get mollywopped.
But on the flip side of that, I don't think it matters 5-6A. But when you get down 1-2-3A, let's say you're just on a bad team, a really bad team. If they don't do something, your team's going to give up. You're going to have players quit. Nobody wants to go out there and get their head kicked in for 10 straight weeks. You lose kids. Now at the 1-2-3A level, you don't have a football team. You lose 20% of your kids.
You be playing
Man, what you
be
expect
playing,
me to do?
You be playing 8-man football.
What you expect? What you expect them to do? If you, I mean, so that can happen in a 2A game versus a 2A D1 versus 2A D1 game.
And you pull your starters after the first half.
You ain't got enough to pull. You got 24 kids.
We've seen this happen in a state championship game.
I know, but
Where it gets out of hand so quick.
Did they stop?
Yes.
No, they did. That state championship game, Carthage Gilman, they stopped.
That's different.
That ain't different.
You know that's different.
That ain't different.
You know that's different.
That's playing to the clock says 0.
Those are two powerhouses. I'm talking about. Give me a school somewhere nowhere near here. Anywhere. Nacogdoches. Man, I hate Nacogdoches. Hope they lose by 100 tonight. I hope they do. Nacogdoches.
Not 100.
Nacogdoches is not a fan of Gameday. They do not want us to come to their stadium for any reason whatsoever.
What you do to them people?
I've never done anything. They just know that our stuff's going to look better than theirs, and they don't want They don't want their fans to see what we do. I mean, like, why can't we have that?
I can get that.
I don't get it, man. I hope they lose by.
No,
130.
I know.
But
They should protect their business. They don't want them to call you.
But let's say Jerry scores 49 points at halftime.
He gonna put the second string.
What's the problem?
But what if they keeps going?
But they won't.
What you mean?
Because you can run plays where you
Yeah, the
not gonna
plays
score.
that he'll call won't be the same as if
Man, that kid is gonna try to get to the end zone.
the kid may try, but the play calling would be different.
He's gonna run dives all day.
They would dial
Yes.
it down.
Yes, that's
He's gonna run
exactly
dives all day. So what if he breaks a dive? Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, well,
That's
he,
different.
well, he broke a dive.
Okay,
But I'm just saying, like, there are gentlemen. Now, is there a gentleman rule tonight in this game? No. No. Somebody wants to embarrass the other dude.
Yeah.
Because I can respect what Coach Gibson used to do several years ago. He just let the clock run out. He let the clock run out, keep the ball, punt. I mean, it'd be a long process, but he just let the clock run out.
I can tell you this much: if Coach Wells was still coaching Liberalo, if he can put up 80,
He coached me. I know what he's gonna do.
he gonna put up 80.
He coached my OC. I know what he's gonna do.
But that doesn't necessarily get you respect amongst your peers. You can't do people. If Walt's a professional basketball player and we go do a pickup game every week and I got to guard Walt and Walt can score every point and he does it every time, guess what? I'm just going to quit coming. 'Cause at this point, it's just no fun. We're out there to get exercise. We're old. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some gamesmanship. Like, oh, well, try to get some assists. Do something. Try to cross me over.
Where did this mentality? Where did this mentality come from, man? Where did this mentality come from?
remember
I watched Steve Spurrier.
Remember field
drive
days? It's
teams.
field days, right?
Yeah.
When I was going, 1, 2, and 3, it was like the Olympics. Like, if you get one of them medals, like, you did something. Mm-hmm. My son came home, not from another school when he was there. Dude, he had a participation ribbon. Yeah. Literally just said, like, I don't even know what it is, Iran. And dude, I was just like, you got to be kidding me.
He should took it back.
He came home and said, look at this. And
right
it was
now.
like, it wasn't just one of them. It was a bunch of them. I was like, oh, my God. I said, did everybody get one of these? And he looked at me like, what do you mean did everybody get one? I was like, did you win? Did you place? He looked like, what? I don't know.
Hey,
I think we're too soft.
Let's go back.
I'm finna give out some more of these scores so we can get in detail on this PGLE game. We're not supposed to score these matchups. And I ain't gonna say all of them like I was gonna say. You got New Boston versus Pearland. You got Dangerfield versus Queen City. Atlanta versus White Oak.
White Oak's actually decent this year.
They are. Okay, you have Redwater versus Hooks.
Redwater, man, let me tell y'all, they've been in our Instagram comments thinking they're gonna win.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Look at me.
Hey, they got in
Redwater.
the area.
Redwater chunks the ball around.
Hey, in the area.
Guess who does too?
They got 5 guys in the top. In the top 5.
Whose quarterback is leading?
Hey.
What the quarterback leading in passing?
Didn't they have like 5 of them had like 29
seriously,
tackles?
they got way more than that, but they got 4 guys in the top 5.
They got about 500 tackles between 4 guys.
That's what I'm saying.
So hey, they could shut Hooks' offense down.
No, they're not.
They very much.
Where's it at, Don?
It's in Hooks.
They're not.
And of course,
y'all some haters, man.
and of course, you have
Hooks.
Texas High
They're
travels down to Nacogdoches, so
I'll tell you how many tackles they have.
A lot.
Area defense, Redwater, Cooper Thompson, 97. Second,
No. They ain't
Redwater, David McKeever, 92. Then you got Mods, Tristan Lee with 86. Then you got Decabs, Keandre Ross, 75
Hey,
tackles.
That's what I did last
You got
time.
Redwater,
No,
Cade
come on, some more.
Pipes, 75 tackles. Then you got Hooks, and they didn't put his name, but I know it's coach's
like 3
son.
more.
Birdwell.
He got 80 plus. He got 82 tackles.
I wonder what's up with that because they have him down here at 71.
He got 82.
Unless they categorize tackles for loss as not tackles.
The other people said 82.
So, the thing with this Redwater tackles thing, maybe they just play a bunch of running teams.
150.
they very well could, but that's still a lot of
What
tackles.
do you mean? You said 97, 92? That's some
97, 92, 75. They have 3 of the top 5.
Wow.
97, 92,
Of course, last week
Can't
they had
do math.
4. They had 4
75.
in the top
264.
3 people.
5. So, hey,
264.
they very well could shut down Hooks off defense.
They also have the 9th spot. Colin Aarons has 65 tackles.
I told you it was another one.
329. That's some tackling machines.
Yes, they could very well
Yeah, hey, these
Ball
teams,
hawk.
these
shut
teams, the teams
Hooks
that-
down.
Teams they're playing run a lot of plays.
They playing 40-minute quarters.
They could shut Hooks down tonight.
No.
Yeah.
Negative.
But anyhow, that's hey for people.
Well,
that's,
give us a line then. Give us a line on it.
That game?
Yeah.
Hooks going to blow them out, man.
Give me a line.
3.
3 touchdowns.
Dang, I thought you said 3 points.
I thought he said 3 points
Me
too.
too. 3 touchdowns.
You think 21 points is a blowout?
In high
I
school
thought,
around here, it
you
is.
were talking like it was going to be a 35-point game.
It could be.
All right, I'll take Redwater at 35 points. You heard that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, for the people that's watching, hey, if you want to call and rep your team, hey, the number is listed below. Hey, call up here and rep your squad. Anyhow, it's time to discuss the game of the week, the game of the year as far as local.
We're going to talk about Texas High. We're going to get this dub down in Dirty
I
Knack.
think everybody's expecting it. They won one game.
Oh.
One game.
Yeah, that's a 10-minute game right there.
It should be over
Yeah.
before you blink.
Well, hold on. Remember the year Clayton was there? They went
Wait,
down there.
they did
got
have
beat.
Yeah, you are right about that. You are right
So
about
let's
that.
not say that. Hey, Texas not going to get the dub, though.
Yeah, they gonna get the dub. But anyway, so it's time to discuss the game. LE versus PG.
Here we go.
Let's go.
So when you actually, I guess, really look in depth in the game, each one of them can be a kryptonite for the other.
Yeah.
So when you look at,
Not that much.
well, we have a caller. Let's see who this is.
It didn't ring. We didn't hear.
Surratt, Coach Surratt's wife at Liberty Aloe.
Oh, how you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. I have his babies here with me, our kids, and they wanted to call in this morning and say, "Go Leopards!"
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, good luck to y'all tonight.
Thank y'all.
Okay.
I like when kids call in.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Call in every
Thank you.
Friday.
Showing-
Every Friday.
Thank
school,
you.
Call
showing
in.
school spirit. I like
Thank
that.
you.
So,
Send us I know the kids are dressed up. Send us in a picture.
okay, so you have to look at the matchup. Okay, so LE receivers, PG secondary. Who has the edge?
LA receivers.
LE receivers. Okay, so that can be a issue all night. Could all night. Because apparently they can still even though we've been discussing about how okay their offensive line, but apparently the offensive line is doing a good enough job for JJ to be leading the leaderboard in
Correct.
passing yards.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's true.
So apparently they can throw the football. Okay, so let's swap to PG. What does PG do that gives them the edge? Do we say that the interior line goes to PG?
Yes.
Scheme.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean,
Scheme can do.
two things have to happen for JJ to be successful on offense. A, they cannot let pressure get to him. And then B, these short 6 to 10 yard crossing routes have to be working.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to have some dump plays, and that's really all you need for them. I mean, they have athletes. Dump it out to them, let them make a play.
So let's just
If-
say this: he hadn't been getting a lot of pressure because he's leading the area. He's leading one of the leaders in passing.
So, not to be disrespectful, but it's part of my job to watch every game.
Yeah.
So I've watched every game, every play.
Right.
But JJ is not slow like we think.
No.
y'all think he is.
No,
I
no,
say,
no,
I
no.
say-
I was in the game. I've been in the game when watching him
All
run.
right, all right,
I've
all right.
watched him.
JJ is a mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
So he gets out of the second he feels the pressure, he's out of the pocket, and he's not getting ran down by a defensive lineman.
I watched him run over some people.
Maybe Vic,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
I haven't seen him get ran down by a defensive lineman yet. So he's a mobile quarterback, and he can throw the ball on the run.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if DB kind of wants some problems out there in the open space.
I've watched him run over DB
Yeah.
against Atlanta.
hey, he's big enough.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Yes, he's big enough. Majority of DBs is in secondary is not going to weigh what he weighs
Yeah.
True.
because he's sitting at 200 plus.
Yeah. I've watched him put work in on a DB.
Even Jimerson said Gilmer didn't sack him once.
Yeah.
Well, and we all saw what type of defensive line Gilman has.
Yes.
Okay, so with that being said, let's say I didn't know that.
Man,
So
if I were PG,
Hey.
and which keep in mind I'm not a coach,
yes,
but I would go ahead and move Vic to defensive end for this.
I would too.
that would make sense.
I would beg them to run the ball up the middle. Give them 3 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I'd beg them to run the ball up the middle, and I just wouldn't let JJ leave the pocket.
Mm.
That's what I would do.
Yes, exactly.
Victor at defensive end is, my personal opinion, is much more big of a problem than he is between the tackles.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to win a game because we're not playing 1980s football anymore. It's going to be hard to win a game 3 yards at a time, and that's what I would beg them to do that. Just, give the ball to Greg London. Not that Greg London can't break one, but I would scheme it so protect your secondary, let them run the ball up the middle. That's what I would do. But if you're confident in your athletes, throw it against us.
Now, my personal opinion when it comes to LE, so Coach, what's the OC name? Is it Kimball? No,
I don't know him.
Kimball. I think it's Kimball.
Kimball's the defense coordinator.
Yeah, the defense coordinator. So, if you just talking to some of the coaches that I talked to about, okay, what's more like what causes you to lose sleep at night? When you have an opponent, a pocket passer or somebody that can lead the pocket and make a play.
Of course, it's a runner.
And it's always a dual threat one.
It's a runner.
With that being said, Carr is a very good one.
He's gonna be able to do it.
To where he can make you lose sleep, trying to prepare for him.
But the only thing is what you saying that is Carr has one receiver, maybe sometimes two.
There was not one passing yard in this game last year for Pleasant Grove.
No, and that's the only concern I have with with the level of the DBs on LE side of the ball is that he can run that way, but what do you have to scheme for other than a pass that might beat you over the top if you're not looking?
I think with somebody like Carr, though, I mean, the fact that he is so skillful when he tucks it in.
He got to go both ways. Remember.
Yes, he is gonna have to go both ways, which could be a task alone because LE receivers, like you pick your poison. You're gonna try to hold pre-roll, you put him on pre-roll or put him on the speedster, Telly Wells.
That's gonna be tough.
Man, you know what I would do?
Cal Jones is back. We didn't
Is he back
factor
for
that
sure?
in.
Is he back
I don't
for
know.
sure?
Y'all been saying like he's coming back.
I think he's playing personally. I saw Gilmer do this to Logan Johnson at Gilmer the year they won by the field goal.
They worked the dog out of him.
Logan's playing cornerback. Gilmer ran a go route.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like as fast, they would just run guys in to run as fast as they could.
Yep.
So Logan had to run 30, 40 yards every play. The second half, Logan was done.
Comeback routes on
Dude, I'm telling you, I would literally put, if Kari's out there, every team, no matter what, I'm running a go route. I'm getting his shoulders turned so he don't know it's a running play, and you're going to have to guard me. And I'm just running receivers in, doing it every play.
And they got a couple of receivers that can get behind you really fast.
Yes. See, the one that we don't discuss a lot, but we have to mention him this game because he could be a problem because the third receiver, Caden Cooper.
Yeah.
He's just as fast as Telly Wells. That kid can go. No, he has a D1 offer at receiver.
Jimmison said, "Well, kill Gilmer." He got behind him a couple of times, caught a deep ball.
And again,
great pass.
My personal opinion.
Sure was.
My personal opinion, as far as the cover guy, Carr Johnson is PG's best cover guy.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Torian ain't been doing bad.
But here's the thing.
Torian have been doing a good job.
Torian ain't faced nobody with legs like them.
Yes, he have.
Yeah,
No, he hasn't.
Fluell them. Come on.
They're not. They don't have. No, y'all not gonna discredit the speed.
No, but you're not going. You can't discredit the run route ability of the Fluellen kid either.
There's a reason Fluellen's always
a run route guy is really better than a speed guy. Receivers can't run route.
If they decide to do a go route when somebody with that much speed and you don't match that speed, that's not a matchup.
Over top, then you aren't supposed to. You only can run so far with him.
Again, it's no what we talk about this like it's that easy.
No, it ain't easy, but
it ain't that easy.
He gonna need help all night.
Teg, some of the top receivers in the country.
Teg in special talent.
Even a kid at Texas, what did he do? Go straight, and what do people do? They get left.
Man, I'm telling you.
Sergio, when PG had Sergio.
Yep.
Sergio didn't know no route. He had one route.
Yeah.
Straight.
Yeah.
Guess what? 9 times out of 10, the people that was holding him couldn't run with him.
Nope. Element of surprise, right?
You know,
there.
one thing that we don't see in high school football very much anymore that we did a lot when I was playing is jam receivers.
No, they don't. They play off too
we
far.
Used to get on people, just jam them, so we didn't have to run around. And like these receivers don't know how to react to it. I mean, you get on the inside or the outside, push them out of bounds. All you got to do is take a second off their route, and they ain't getting the ball.
Yeah.
But we don't really see that anymore. And then you make JJ make a decision, and you hope it's a bad decision if you're Pleasant Grove.
Yep.
And it's just a decision he's not ready to make. So he's either going to make gret decisions or he's going to turn the ball over.
If they like somebody talking about reads, if they have to make reads, if you that's when you put Shaw on the end because that read can be very tough.
I don't know in high school how great these quarterbacks are at following reads. I think they know where the ball's going to get from the get-go.
So Donnie, if let's just say in a
Julio Don, Mr. Ilo himself is watching.
Let's just say in a perfect world, they come out there and they do cover the pass well. Do you think LE's gonna be prepared to run the ball?
I don't know.
It's hard to cover the quick game well.
No,
I know.
It's hard to cover that many of them. I know what you're saying, but it's hard to cover the quick game well.
I mean, knowing the athletic ability these LE receivers has, matched up with who they're gonna have to hold him. Yeah. There's only one guy consistent in that secondary that PG has that can hold those receivers is Carr Johnson. Consistent.
All right. Who you got then? Let's get
we ain't there yet.
Yeah,
we there yet. We there?
No, not yet.
It's 7:51.
No, but consistent. Carr. Carl Johnson's gonna have to be more than Superman tonight.
But
Right.
But we said he had to be there with Gilmer, but you don't want him to have to be that.
But he has to
Yeah.
get these games. Like
You got to run your.
He has to be these games.
They got to run their offense. They got to run their offense, and and the line has to block. If they run their offense, we might see the same situation we saw last year.
Yeah,
but they got to run their offense.
They have to run their offense, but Kari is still the guy that the
Yes.
offense.
Yeah,
runs
because he
through.
wasn't there last year. Now he's here.
Yes, and
I
he's,
mean,
again, people don't understand like that kid is that good.
Yeah, you got to look at it. But you got Prevost still because we ain't even said that name again in this conversation we just having right
See
now.
the difference between Kari and Prevost. Kari touches the ball every snap. Prevost may get it, may not.
You don't have to though. That's the
But Kari
thing.
has the ball.
Kari has to.
At every snap.
But you just said Kari has to go play defense. Kari has to go do this. They don't have to do all of that.
That's true, but still, Kari is
And so
a legit Division I football player.
Yeah, but you don't want to depend on one legit Division I football. I know Division I 5-star receivers that their teams are 2 and 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
but
you receiver, somebody has to get them the ball.
In that moment, you can't just say their offense is not built like Morgan just said last year. They didn't have one passing yard. They ran the ball, so they got to run their offense.
Yeah, they got to run their
They
offense.
got to run their offense. Their line got to block.
And it has to work.
Their line has to block.
Facts. It has to work. You
They got to use them big tight ends. But they got to do what they got to do to get to them big tight ends.
I personally feel like if Caden
If they use Caden McFadden.
10-plus touches,
He got to.
I have a feeling like we all done seen what he could do.
But let's throw him on the other side, too. He got to go play defense. So you can't do that either. You got them boys that don't play offense, defense, to be them guys.
Okay, but
if Dana the leading rusher in the air in Texarkana, he got to be the leading rusher tonight.
Okay, but such the same as
Facts.
these guys, if PG has to do both sides of the ball, the guys at LE does too.
But I'm just telling you, though, they got more, though. You're saying
You're right,
they got more.
You are right. They do have more.
But
Only one person gets the ball every play.
And that's the quarterback.
Yeah. But you says so much about how the game going through Kari tonight. But are they going to give Kari the scheme to make it work against LE tonight?
They got to run their offense. In the NBA scheme, they got to run their offense. What are they good at? They
Yeah.
can't. They don't have time to reinvent the wheel no more.
No, they don't.
They got to win a football game.
You got to go what the kids
What they know.
what they
What
know,
they do well.
and it's gonna come out. Okay, so what play is gonna be dialed at the right time?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what it's gonna go, and all the kids gonna execute it.
What is your script?
Every play you call is designed to score.
Yeah.
If they execute the play.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come down to that. Are they gonna block like they're supposed to? They gonna hold this guy? That's what it's gonna come down to.
Yeah, I mean, because if you put the pressure on card number 2, that's injury. That's pressing.
No, but hey,
But you got to have Stewart, Danner, whoever else back there running the ball, taking care of the ball and moving the chain.
see, I don't think you put. I think guys such as him, the pressure has to be on them.
On them?
Like the pressure has to be on Kari.
Yep.
Or anybody with Kari type with likeness as far as
Yep.
skill set, the pressure, it is gonna be on them.
But yeah, and we said that with Gilmer. We said that with the Gilmer team. But we all know that I'm not taking away from LE, but Gilmer a little better than LE.
Yes.
But that game would have been a lot better if there's some situations didn't occur.
Yes.
So,
Facts.
but I'm not gonna put the pressure on Kari. That's the one he got to come. He got to perform. Yes, he does. He got to be himself. But
That team,
the rest of them do too.
That team is only as good as however good Kari is.
Yeah, but still, Dana's over 800-yard rusher, so
Yes.
he better be an 800-yard rusher
Yeah,
tonight. He better look
right.
like an 800-yard rusher.
Yes. Again, that team is only as good
That's
as Kari Johnson,
offensively.
which is a big portion of that team.
But also
agree.
the other parts got to do their job.
Because the other parts has to do that job. But if Kari can get off and do Kari-like things, that can be a problem.
They can.
Because that make everybody else's job easier. It's gonna touch
Yeah.
the ball.
But we do know the LE is not scared to hit you in the mouth. Ask last year's Brandon Tennyson.
No, yes, facts. I mean, both of them have something that the other ones don't.
Yes.
I still believe in LE got the best defense in Texarkana.
I believe that. I believe it also. So it's gonna come down to who has the better scheme. game. Well, not necessarily scheme. Who that has a better play game plan. Who came up with the best script of plays they're gonna call for this game.
Who special teams can make a play too.
And to my personal opinion, okay, so this right here is kind of reminds me of the PG 17 versus Gilmer. Going into the game, Gilmer knew they can beat PG. PG wasn't sure they can beat Gilmer. No different in this game. The fact that PG has beat Gilmer so much in the past,
Yeah.
PG knows going to this game they can beat LE.
Yeah.
Does kids really believe they can beat LE? I mean, beat PG? That's the question.
That's a good question.
Yup.
They got to play a whole game.
Yes. Not just one quarter when all the blood is pumping.
Yeah. You got to play a whole game because that's going to happen. It's going to die down.
Yes. And then you're going to be left with, okay, who wants it more?
Yeah.
So you think we get to the point in this game to where dogfight, everybody's tired and the athletes show?
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
And who wants it more? Like,
Yes.
who wants to win this game? Who wants the bragging rights more?
LE has had a lot of these kids, you know, they played in this game before. But the one that's going to be the X factor for LE is on offense is Prevo. He's gonna be Prevo gonna be the X factor on offense. If it's a mismatch that y'all like you said earlier this week is gonna be, who gonna hold?
Prevo may end the game with 2 receptions. You don't know.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like if they have other options.
I'm just saying.
So
Yes.
like there's a bunch of games he has no receptions or 1 reception.
True.
You know, I mean, we can't just call him the X factor because we know he's great.
No, I'm not saying it because of that either.
You could double team him, and then
You're gonna try to take care of that speed over the top vertically, if anything, and that's gonna lead. Is he a slot receiver?
yes,
Okay.
I've seen him play outside, but he's been playing more slot supposedly.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think, as far as LE's matchup versus receivers matchup versus PG's secondary, that's not a good matchup. Because when you have the likes of Big WT at tight end,
He big.
he's good at offense too. That's another weapon to have to worry about. You have to worry about him. Then when you have the Cooper, the Wells, they can put some of the other guys at receiver. The Tavares Neal kid. Like, there are so many pieces they can put that they can keep the train going.
I said earlier this week, on paper, if you had to ask me on paper, LE should win the game. But they hadn't done it yet in the past couple of years because of scheme.
Yes.
But I think
On paper, they should win the game.
on paper, they should win the game.
Yes, on paper, they should win the game. But you don't win the game on
On
paper.
paper, you win it
Yeah.
between the lines.
Between the lines.
Let's go. It's 8:00.
So we're going to go ahead and so
We picking the other ones. We gonna leave them alone.
my focus is really not on them.
Yeah.
I mean, we can pick the 4 in Texarkana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with A high, I'm going to go with Hot Springs.
Flip it.
Hot Springs.
I'm gonna jump on there with y'all then.
Nate Wall has to have a really big night, maybe a 300-yard night for them to win that game.
This Hot Springs team is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we have Texas High.
T-High.
Yeah, that's easy money.
I like to see that defense put in some work tonight though.
Me too.
Yeah, eventually they're gonna start having. They're gonna have to.
Time to turn the corner.
Yeah,
Turn it
tighten
up.
up.
Yeah.
And the only other game to the pick out of the 4, because two of them playing each other. This is Libralo and PG. So while we really don't care what you got to say, because we already know how you gonna feel about it. So, cool, we gonna skip Walt.
No, we ain't skipping Walt.
Dude, everybody know you. That's why the hammer's in front of you.
Man, quit saying that thing, boy.
Hey, we already know who you gonna say.
No, but seriously though, seriously. I really think that LE pulled this one out tonight.
Whoa, hey, Donovan.
No, let me. Can I?
Are we hearing this?
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Go ahead.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
I think with the amount of players that play both sides on PG side of the ball, I think it's a dogfight. I think they get down and I think they get tired, and everybody's tired. And like I told you a few minutes ago, I think the athletes come out. What we've been talking about all year about them.
Yeah.
about LE.
Mhm.
Their talent and the caliber of athletics they got out there, and I think that's what's gonna show. And I mean, I hope PG win though. No, seriously, that's what I think.
Hey, well, that's very surprising to hear those words come out of your mouth because you're the same guy that picked down to Pete Gilmer.
I had to. I didn't have a choice.
You did have a choice.
I did not have a choice.
He making his football or something. That's his football opinion.
That's it.
That's
my
definitely
Corey,
That's my
Doug,
opinion.
Hey, so you're not going to pick PG over Gilmer,
No,
but you
but,
picked him
but
over
you will
Hilly.
pick but you will pick an in-town rival.
because I don't like Gilmer.
Hey,
Gilmer's.
Hey Gabby, you ain't gotta let him
Nacogdoches to
in.
you.
Gabby, you ain't gotta let him in.
So that's what I think.
all right, Corey. So who you think?
It's on me. I was gonna flip this coin and let that decide for me. Y'all want me to do that?
No,
No,
I mean it very well could be a coin. It could be a pick'em game.
That's the way I look at it, as a pick'em game, because PG's defense showed me something in Gilbert that they can't play. They can't compete.
Mm-hmm.
They can't compete. But can they play with two halves? Man, I just don't like the one-dimensional offense. It's tough for me.
same.
It's tough for me. So I'm gonna go LE by a touchdown.
Now, so are you gonna pick?
I'll tell you what I think has got to happen for each team to win. I think this is going to be a really close game. It's the most evenly matched rivalry game we've seen since we started Game Day in 19. I think Liberty Allo to win, JJ has to have an exceptional game. He's
Yes.
got to throw for 250. He's probably going to have to throw for 3 touchdowns. For Pleasant Grove to win, I think they're going to have to rush for at least 250 as a team. And I think it can still go either way. But if either one of those nobody wins if either one of those things don't happen.
So now it's up to me. My personal opinion. So it's kind of what you said. PG gonna have to rush the ball, but which one person's not gonna be able to do it.
No.
It's gonna take the mass of their running
It's gonna
backs
take a realize what's going on.
to be able to get the dub tonight. I don't know if PG, again, secondary is good enough to stop LE quickness, speed, and talent level at receiver. Discussing the stat line versus the tackles, they've been playing some good. They've been playing some good as far as they've been having some productive kids on the side of defense. It could have went either way for me because again, PG has that one guy, which his name is Corey Johnson, and it's hard for me to pick against him. But I think LE just have a little bit more, so I got to go with LE by a touchdown.
Another thing that could play a big role in this game we haven't even talked about is special teams.
That
Liberty Allo struggling on special
if they,
teams.
that is a big deal.
Yeah, it's going to be shorter fields for Pleasant Grove, missed extra points possibly. This is all assuming Cal's not playing. I'm assuming if Cal's playing, he's kicking the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I hadn't been this excited about a game in a while.
So, yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
That's good. I mean, Mr. Davis,
That's
you're
true,
right.
Jay.
You're exactly right. But
It's true.
I think I don't know. If PG's defense played like they did the first half of Pleasant Grove, that's why it was tough. They did Gilmer game. They played good defense.
So, I don't know. See, with the points per game, you can make an argument
Yeah.
about that with a whole other different
Right.
stuff.
You sure can.
Right.
You know-
Agreed.
And I'm gonna say this. I'll say this. Before Cal Jones, they were scoring.
Facts. But I'm just
If
saying,
Cal Jones was to play,
you can. So whenever again, I like to keep bringing it back. You know, when the greatest team PJ Edwards fielded was 17, when they played Graham, Texas, in the semifinals, and Graham, Texas was averaging over 60 points a game, and they put up 14 points against Pleasant Grove because the level of competition they was playing, they was able to score at will. So you can't always go by somebody's average per points per game, because that does, depending on the competition level you've been playing, determines how much points you're gonna score.
Are you suggesting PG's points per game is high because of less competition?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think that's fair. Brock, the only games they've lost are to higher level opponents that are in divisions above them.
Who?
Brock.
That team they played in Louisiana, I don't know anything about what they've done them. We have to assume they're a real deal. And then we know how good Gilmer is.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if all that's really fair. But but I've heard you sit up here and act like Brock was trash. Brock has only lost to 4A Division II teams.
Brock, again.
I will make a bet with you right now they win the championship.
I think I have a very good understanding on breaking down film. And when you break down film on everybody's opponent,
So you just watched Brock all summer.
no, it only takes one game. It takes one game to watch their personnel to see what they have. Personnel doesn't lie. You are what you are. You play how you play, so therefore, that is what it is. I mean, it's no different than some of the teams at least played.
Mr. Hoop said you watch YouTube.
I do watch YouTube because the game's on YouTube. A lot of the teams Elite play ain't been no powerhouse. So their strength of schedules ain't amazing either. But at the same time, you put LE against some of those the Midland school. They scored 60 also. So, I don't know.
That was about the worst officiated game I've ever seen, by the way. They were terrible.
But, again, if Kari comes the ungodly Superman, even though I have just picked LE to win by 7,
Yeah, it's not an if with Kari, though.
Yeah, no.
it's going to
You
be a
take the
long night.
Take the if off Kari, because Kari going to do what he do. It's not an if with Kari. If he come, Kari going to do what he do.
No, but Kari can easily, like, step up a couple notches, too. Come on. I don't think we've seen the best of Kari.
I mean, I don't believe that either, but I believe we've seen a good dose of it, though.
Yes.
Really
we've
good
seen a good
dose.
dose of, but I still think that kid, he's always one play away from breaking.
Yeah, and that ain't on him, but he will break.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think facing somebody like him could be very hard to stop.
All right, wrap it up.
Yeah, I believe that. But anyway, I appreciate everybody tuning in today. If you would like and share this feed. And if you're not going to go over there to the Harris Field, you can catch it on game day.
Be sure to share it, even if you're there. Pre-game starts about 6:15. How you gonna pick LE and tap a PG helmet?
Shoot. I still
Because
got
he finna get,
I still
because he
got
finna
a dog in that fight.
because he finna get punched in the throat when he leave the show.
I still got a dog in that fight.
Hey, that sounds like what's the show, Apollo? That little.
When they rubbed the law.
Hey, with that being said, hey, everybody stay safe tonight. Hey, keep y'all composure. If the game get out of whack, hey, this still about the kids. Let's keep it that way.
Takes about 2.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, but this is the best sports morning show on this side of heaven because my mama said so.
You